Genesis chapter 10. So obviously in 15 minutes we can't thoroughly talk about all the things in these chapters, but this is what we got. It'll help us get through faster that I can't talk. Because if you know anything else about my other chapter or my other channel, I can talk a long time. So, Genesis chapter 10. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Unto them were sons born after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshech, and Tyrus. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, and Riphath, and Togarmah. And the sons of Javan, Elisha, and Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. By these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their lands, every one after his tongue, after their families, in their nations. And the sons of Ham, Cush, and Mizraim, and Put, and Canaan. And the sons of Cush, Sheba, and Havilah, and Sabta, and Raamah, and Sabteshah. I am butchering some of these names. And the sons of Raamah, Sheba, and Dedan. And Cush begat Nimrod, and he began to be a mighty one in the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord, wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, and the land of Shinar. Out of that land went forth Asshur, and builded Nineveh, and the city Rehoboth, and Calah, and Racin between Nineveh and Calah, the same is a great city. And Mizraim begat Ludim, and Anamim, and Lahabim, and Naphturim, and Pathrushim, and Casluhim, out of whom came Philistim, and Caphtorim. And Canaan begat Zidon, his firstborn, and Heth, and the Jebusites, and the Amorite, and the Girgashite, and the Hivite, and the Archite, and the Shinite, and the Arvadite, and the Zemarite, and the Hamathite, and afterward were the families of the Canaanites spread abroad. And the brother of the Canaanites was from Zidon, as thou comest to Gerar unto Gaza, as thou goest unto Sodom and Gomorrah, and Admah, and Zeboim, even unto Lasha. These are the sons of Ham, after their families, after their tongues, in their countries, and in their nations. Unto Shem also, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth, the elder, even unto him were children born. And the children of Shem, Elam, and Ashur, and Arphaxad, and Lud, and Aram, and the children of Aram, Uz, and Hul, and Girther, and Mash. And Arphaxad begat Selah, and Selah begat Eber. And unto Eber were born 2 sons. The name of the one was Peleg, for in his days was the earth divided. And his brother's name was Joktan, and Joktan begat Almodad, and Sheleph, and Hazar Maveth, and Gerar, and Hadoram, and Uzal, and Diklah, and Obal, and Abimael, and Sheba, and Ophir, and Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan, and their dwelling was from Mesha, as thou goest unto Safar, Safar, a mount of the east. These are the sons of Shem after their families, after their tongues, in their lands, after their nations. These are the families of the sons of Noah, after their generations, in their nations. And by these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood. Okay, I need these. So, now, we didn't really get a chance to talk about it, but from chapter 9, something really happened there because Noah cursed Ham. Now, was it because Noah cursed Ham that all these things happened to Ham? Now, what happened to Ham? Did you hear the peoples that I read that were descendants of Ham? First of all, Nimrod. And we know that Obama and the last king, the king of Babylon, is a type of Nimrod. Why? Because under Nimrod, all the world was gathered together. And under his direction, as the king of Babel, or Babylon, they began to do something that displeased the Lord very greatly. And the Tower of Babel is like the temple of the Antichrist now. A hodgepodge of all people joined together in an unholy alliance to try and reach heaven, to reach utopia, to have eternity again without going through God. Of course, God doesn't allow this. So let's look at the people that came from him. Nimrod, it's not a good lineage. Then we see that all the Canaanites came from him. And we know the Canaanites were like the worst people described in the Bible. The land, they were so, when the Bible talks about them, God talks about all the abominations that they committed and how they were cast out of the land. God didn't just go take a good and peaceful people and take their land away and cause the children of Israel to fight against them and take their lands from them. These were wicked, foul, disgusting people who God wanted to wipe out. But, lest anybody get the big head, shortly And not long after they entered into the promised land, the children of Israel, the Bible says their deeds surpassed the abominations of the people that the Lord drove out of the land before them. All people are under sin. All people are under sin. So, was it because Noah said these curses to Ham? Let me make sure I gotta watch the time, because if you make your video too long, it won't upload. So, was it because Noah said this thing that Ham became cursed, or was Noah just describing what was going to happen because of the character that he saw displayed in his son, Ham? Ham had a different heart than his brothers. When Ham found his father drunken, instead of him, closing the curtain or the seal or whatever to Noah's tent. See, Noah was uncovered within his tent. Noah was not out wandering in public in front of their wives and children naked. Noah was in the privacy of his tent, enjoying his vineyard. And Ham came and exposed his father. Now, first of all, if you walked in on one of your parents, drunken and naked, I would be appalled. That would not be a sight I would want to see, let alone to go and gather others to show it to them. So there was something wrong in Ham's heart. Ham had a problem. Ham was wicked. So when Noah was saying, "Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren," I think it was like Cain and how his third grandson down also became a murderer. It's because you pass on your character to your children. And for the most part, how you raise them is how they're going to be. Here and there you'll see a child that will say, my father left our family. His father left his family. I'm not going to leave my family. I know how that felt. I know how painful that was. I'm staying with my family. And that happens. Or my father was a drunk and he beat my mother. Or he never worked and didn't provide for us. And I'm not going to be that way. Sometimes that happens and you have the most beautiful people come from those sorts of environments. But for the most part, by and large, bad character breeds bad character. And the Bible says evil communication corrupts good manners. So, if you show your children bad ways, they'll pick up your bad ways. And I believe that it could be that Noah was predicting Ham's future. Not by some hocus pocus or some divining spirits, but just if you see a person of a rotten, foul nature, the seed that comes from them will most likely follow in their footsteps. And so those people became the wicked Canaanites, and he spawned Nimrod. One other thing I want to say is that Shem Shem was the line through which Jesus was coming. We followed Adam to Noah, and then Shem's family line is the one that we follow to the birth of Christ. God bless you.